Turn it around, hurry, we gotta know.
Where is it? 24.
Oh.
This review is based on what the Sigma 28-105 is capable of doing from a video perspective. And the question we're going to answer is, would you put this in your kit bag? Let's find out. Here is what we are going to look at. Is it sharp at f2.8 and does it have dreamy bokeh? What do the starbursts look like at f22? And is it versatile? Meaning, could you do 90% of your work with this one lens? Now that might be a high standard, but for this test, we're going to go out and scout a moose. And let's see if we can capture everything we want with the 28-105.
Things will get better. Things will get good.
To begin, how versatile was this lens? The majority of what I filmed was shot at f2.8, and you can see that I can go from a 28mm to 105 by simply zooming in the lens. Now that's pretty remarkable, and you can see how dreamy and soft that background is. That's because it's shot at f2.8, meaning that when you are compressing an image, bringing the foreground and the background together, the background is naturally going to look softer. Now what I love about this lens is that you can easily go from a wide angle to punching in and filming at 105 without having to switch a lens. So does that answer the versatility question? 100%. It is versatile. Now, is it sharp at f2.8? It certainly is, as you would expect from a Sigma art lens. There were multiple times when we were out filming when all of a sudden we came across the moose. In a situation like this, you literally do not have time to drop your camera bag and to switch cameras or to switch lenses. And so being able to zoom in at 105 and still capture a breathtaking image of a moose is quite remarkable, because there's no way if I would have reached for the other lens in my bag, I would have not been able to get the shot that I did. So this 100% answers the versatility question. Last but not least, what do the starbursts look like when you film at like f16 or f22? They look really good. I've used Canon lenses a lot and they do not look like that. And that's why I typically don't shoot at that f-stop, because it just doesn't look good. But I have to say that I am a huge fan of how these starbursts come out in camera. What you are seeing here is I am manually turning the aperture ring on the lens itself, and I'm going from f2.8 to f4 to 5.6 to f11 and so on and so forth until I go down to f22. As my brother's talking, notice how different the background looks. So when starting at f22 and making your way down to f2.8, you can see how soft the background gets. And I did this so that you could see not only the compression of the lens, but also how much the background changes when you change the f-stop. I wish that all manufacturers would do this, and that is to have an aperture dial on the lens itself. Because when you are looking through a monitor, the last thing you want to be thinking of is, how do I change simple settings like the aperture, especially in moments like this when you don't have time or you don't want to waste time trying to dial in the settings. Being able to easily change them on the lens is crucial to nailing images like what we did while out in the field. So the question really we've all been waiting for, and myself included, is this something that I would go out and buy and put in my kit bag? If I was a hybrid shooter, meaning that I used a Sony camera or a Leica and I had a run and gun setup, then I would certainly consider purchasing this lens. simply because you can do so much with it. And there's so much range of motion, there's so much range of focal length that you can capture with this one lens. And I think it is worth putting in your kit bag. There's one thing I don't like, and this is just me nitpicking, and that is when you zoom in, the barrel extends out. Unlike the Canon 24 to 105 f2.8, everything is done internally. However, with the Sigma lens, the barrel does come out. If you were doing a lot of handheld filming, this may not be the best lens for you, because as soon as you extend that lens all the way out, the barrel begins to sway, and you can kind of see it in the footage that I filmed with the Moose. Now, to be honest, this is my only critique for this lens, but you have to remember that for the price that you're paying and the quality you are getting, this simply cannot be beat. Is this something that you would put in your kit bag? Let me know in the comments below.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll work.